maybe start deciding, I want to go on like a coffee tour. It means you can collect memorabilia. You don't have to make a really cool watercolor Christmas tree. I use a commonplace. I think it's really great. And if you're more so just wanting to get down your feelings or write about your day, this is also a really good option.
Hi, hello, it's Troy-nicole, and today we're going to be talking about 10 types of journals that you can keep, whether you are new to journaling and you want to dip your toes into different things, or you've journaled for a long time and you want to try something new. Here are 10 journals you can keep. As always, I got my little journal and I have everything that I want to say written down. And the first one we're going to talk about is daily journaling or keeping some type of traditional diary, journal, etc. I feel like I had to do this one first because someone's probably going to be like, whatever happened to just writing down with a pen and paper? I get that at least maybe once a month, someone jumping in and saying like, oh, I want to just regularly journal. This is for you. This is a no fuss, no muss type journal. You just journal, paper, and you write to your little heart's content. There's no specifics to it. You don't have to think of a theme, decoration, doodles, nothing. You just sit with your paper, you sit with your book, your notebook, whatever, and you write. I do this. So many people do this. I mean, I just think it's an old faithful. You can never go wrong with just daily journaling. I think this one's really great when you want something very simple and you don't want anything too extravagant. You don't really want to buy stickers or washi tape or anything like that. I feel like this is the perfect thing for you. And if you're more so just wanting to get down your feelings or write about your day, this is also a really good option. So moving on to other types of journaling, we're going to go to number 2, and that is commonplacing. So I have it all written down because Lord knows I will forget. Wikipedia says that commonplacing are ways to compile knowledge, usually by writing information into books. This includes thoughts, ideas, fascinating facts you find, quotes, lyrics, anecdotes, information you collect, and many other things. I feel like commonplacing is really good for people who don't want specific themed journals. So maybe you don't want a journal specifically for food, or you don't want a journal specifically for your books and reading and movies and stuff like that. Maybe you want a journal full of everything you collect instead of having hyper specific things. For example, if you one day are out and you hear you hear a quote that you really like and you jot it down in your commonplace book, and then the same day you read a really interesting story and you want to compile that into there, and you also want to compile lyrics that you really felt were important to you. You can do all those things in a commonplace. I use a commonplace. I think it's really great when you have lots of information you collect, when you're someone who probably forgets a lot of things and you need to write then and there, write something. People also like commonplaces because traditionally commonplaces aren't very structured. You'll see commonplaces be they can be either way. A lot of people do structured commonplaces these days, but traditionally commonplaces were kind of messy, all over the place, and you just wherever you were, whenever it is, you just write down what you want to write. I have both a really messy commonplace and like a more structured commonplace, just to give me either or feel, but you can do either one. Number 3 is another old faithful, and that is bullet journaling. Okay, we're going to do the definition. A bullet journal is a method of personal organization developed by Ryder Carroll, which is who created it. The system organizes scheduling, reminders, to-do lists, brainstorming, and other organization tasks into single notebooks. The name stems from the use of abbreviated bullet points to log information. Okay, before we get into bullet journaling, I just want to do a little disclaimer before you just go, you know what, let me skip to another chapter because this is not for me. Bullet journaling at its core, in its traditional sense, was supposed to be something that was really easy, really quick, and really fun for people to do. You don't have to do like crazy spreads where it's April and so you want to draw out flowers for spring and you go look at spring flowers that specifically come out in April, and then you do this super artistic spread about it. You don't have to do all those things. You don't have to make a really cool watercolor Christmas tree for December. You don't have to do any of those things. In my opinion, I feel like a few years back, bullet journaling got really popular on YouTube. Not to say it wasn't popular before, but it got super popular on YouTube and TikTok. And I think a real big part of the reason you don't see a lot of creators who let me rephrase this. I feel like the reason that the people who are still doing bullet journal, the people who've kind of always done it on YouTube, are the people that are doing it right now, is because the creators that kind of found it and thought it'd be a good way to organize their day, I feel like they got burnt out because they thought they had to keep up with these extravagant spreads, when in actuality, Ryder Carroll, when he first created this system, it was supposed to be an easy and simple, very low-key and minimal type way to plan your day, your week, month, etc. So if you want to go out, girl, you go. But if you don't want to go all out and you want to keep things simple, do that too. So bullet journaling might be really, really great for you if you are not hip. What am I saying? If you're not, I don't know, saying hip kind of, oh my God, I think Teenage Troy is coming out. Bullet journaling might be great for you if you and regular traditional planners don't see eye to eye. So for example, you know how sometimes you may get a planner and in the planner there's, I don't know, the basic planner stuff. You have the calendar, you have the weeklies or dailies and all that other stuff, but then there's like a whole section for finances, and there's a whole section for school, or there's a whole section for saving money or something. And there's something that you don't need and you don't want, and you're in your head, you're thinking, this planner would be so great, this planner would be perfect if the planner did not have this or did have that. Well, that is why bullet journaling was kind of created, because it's a perfect way for you to envision what you want your planning system to look like, what you want your organizational system to look like, and put it to work in your little books, in your notebooks, whatever you want to call them, and that be it. It's very personalized, very, I love bullet journaling. I don't do it anymore. I've realized it's not good for my planning needs, and I like the structure of ones already created. But if you're that person who would rather have, okay, I may print out a calendar to put in my bullet journal, and then I make my own spreads, because maybe I want the financial part, but I don't want this really long list of yearly favorites. Or maybe I want a daily this week, but I kind of want a weekly next week. Maybe I want to do everything in bullet points and not track anything else. Maybe I want to do a habit tracker, but I don't want the habit tracker to say water or food because I have some type of eating disorder and I don't need to be tracking that. Stuff like that might be helpful. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about bullet journaling. If you want to be fancy, girl, be fancy. If you don't want to be fancy, you don't gotta be. Number 4, I put these together not really because they're the same, but I think a lot of people who do it tend to use them the same, and that is K-pop journaling or anime journaling. Now, before someone says anything, I know they're from completely different countries. Okay, K-pop journaling is from Korean pop music and anime is Japanese. I know that, but hear me out, okay? If you go to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Tumblr, and you put in anime journal or you put in K-pop journal, the vast majority of them look very similar, and that's just because people kind of stick to the same aesthetic. But the point of both of them kind of have the same definition, which is why I put them together, which is having this cute little spread based on your favorite songs, lyrics, groups, soloists, anime characters, animes. You know, you might want to make a whole spread about slice of life. You might want to make a whole spread about the shonens you watch. You never know. They also tend to use like very similar stickers. It'll be like the cutesy little Poco stickers. I couldn't think of the word. But this can be fun for people who really enjoy K-pop artists and animes. Like for me, I used to have a K-pop journal. I used to have an anime journal. I don't keep them anymore. I just put my animes in my media journal, and I just put, like, if I want to do a K-pop spread, I will. I don't typically do them. But if you enjoy really diving into your faves, then this is for you. Number 5, I also put these two together because I just think they correlate well together, and that is junk journaling / creative journaling. So I put them together because they kind of have like overlap with each other, but they are different. And junk journaling, traditionally, junk journaling is you have a bounded notebook that you create completely from recycled material, which is why it's called junk journal. So I do know that these days people use junk journaling to mean any journal that they have, and within the journal contains a lot of junk memorabilia. So instead of the journal being created from recycled material, inside of the recycled material. So you may go buy a journal like a Moleskine or a Leuchtturm, or you may go like me to TJ Maxx and buy a journal like this one. And this is a pretty, normal journal you would get anywhere, but then the inside would have things that are considered trash. So you might have wrappers and stubs and receipts, and those things can go in other parts, like they can go to scrapbooking and stuff like that. But the emphasis on junk journaling is that it is recycled. It is not specifically about like your child's first birthday or first step, something like that. It's not centered around some specific event. While creative journaling tends to be a little bit more artistic, and it centers around collaging, writing, all types of stuff. You can use any type of medium if you want to use watercolors or markers or paints. Creative journaling is 9 times out of 10 what I do on here. Okay, maybe not 9 times out of 10, maybe about 75% of the time the journals I do on here are creative journaling. It's not really specific to anything. It's not always memorializing anything. I'm not always scrapbooking something. It's typically a lot about artsy creative things and just enjoying it. It is a free-for-all. I feel like this one's a little bit more broad than junk journaling and scrapbooking are. But junk journaling is pretty broad too, because you can pretty much do anything with it. There is no theme for these two. There is no specific to anything. Junk journaling is a little bit more specific because you're supposed to recycle things. But at the same time, it does not matter what you recycle. If you decide to recycle the, I don't know, napkin from a restaurant that you've gone to, I've done that, and you want to paste it in your journal, in your junk journal, that is considered junk because it's not necessarily something everybody would think to keep for their journal. But there are really no rules what you put in it. You can do pretty much anything. There's a wide variety of examples on YouTube of junk journaling and of creative journaling, and I will also list some people. I don't know if I'm gonna list them here or here. I don't know, whichever side has more space, or either if I don't do it on the screen, I'll do it down below in my comment section. So this is one that I don't really do, but my mom does it and she really enjoys it, and it is Bible/religion/spirituality journaling. I put all those slashes because we are very open on this little community, okay, where I am. I do not care what your religion is, what you do and do not believe. I respect everybody's opinions, and for that reason, that's why I put Bible, religion, and spirituality, or lack thereof. So even though this isn't one I do, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can use this to, you know, write about Bible verses, or I'm not too knowledgeable about other things outside of Christianity, but I don't know, whatever book or what am I trying to say, like rules and other things that you guys read from your religions or spirituality. Maybe there is a book that's not the Bible that you guys read from that is really important to you, or how you pray and how you do whatever. It can document your whole journey in that. I hope that made sense. This one is also very, very broad and open, because if you, for instance, I'm Catholic, if I wanted to, I don't know, if I was younger and I wanted to like document me doing 7 sacraments, okay, so I've done baptism, I've done first communion and confirmation and all those things. Maybe I wanted to write about my journey through Catholicism. Maybe if you're just getting into believing in some type of God or some type of religious journey, or even a spiritual journey that has nothing to do with religion, nothing to do with God, you could write about your journey here. This could be really helpful to people. My mom said she found it very, very helpful when she was coming back to her spirituality, so do with that what you will. Okay, what are we on? Number 7. We're going to talk about travel journaling. This is another one that's pretty self-explanatory. It's exactly like what it sounds, and that is a journal dedicated to your travels. Now, someone may want to do this even if they don't travel a lot. Like, I don't travel that often to other places outside of like the DMV and sometimes Disney World, but this could also be a travel journal for people who don't go anywhere and you want to kind of like roadmap places you want to go. Maybe it can be like your dream travel journal. It means you can collect memorabilia, you can like plan out your whole little travel, you can like keep stuff from restaurants and museums and I don't know, photo booths or whatever you go to for these places. The sky is the limit with travel journaling, because it just helps you collect more memorabilia when you're out. And I don't know, maybe you decide to go to Italy, maybe you want to go to France, and when you're in Italy you had a neighbor, okay, and that neighbor gave you this really cute little stamp or something, and you wanted to take a picture with them, you took a picture with them or something, and you can put it in your travel journal. You know what I mean? It could be really anything. It could be very, very personal, like very, very minuscule things. Maybe you found I don't know, a really cute mural in one of these places or something. Sky's the Limit, again, is a travel journal. I don't think you can go wrong with that, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Number 8 is a reading journal. So this one, again, pretty self-explanatory. This is all things books and things you read. So not just books, because you could read like short stories and stuff like that. Maybe listen to audiobooks and everything. Anything you want to do when it comes to reading, Sky's the limit. You can use it for reviews, TBRs, releases, your favorite authors, your favorite quotes, all types of things, all things bookish, no matter how you use it. Okay, I think I'm on number 8. 8, yeah, whatever. And that is a media journal. As always, we're going to say the definition. A media journal is a journal where you can document all types of media, i.e. movies, TV shows, documentaries, music, and more. That can include reviews on what you're watching or just making pretty spreads dedicated to your favorite things that correlate with media. So I do this for dramas, I do this for animes, I do this for music, I do this for movies and TV shows. My media journal is kind of all encompassing everything all around the world. If I watch The Housewives of Dubai, that's going in there. If I'm watching a C-drama, that's going in there. I just finished Wifty, and it has a little heart, and that's gonna go in there. So all things media, no matter where they are. Number 9 is a cafe/coffee journal or a food journal. So I know you're probably thinking, isn't that just a cookbook? But no. A cookbook is just for recipes, period. A food journal or a coffee journal is where you can document your favorite coffees, foods. Maybe you made them, maybe you got them from somewhere else. I wish I had a food journal for all the food places that I've gone to, because I feel like I have gone to so many different types of food places, and I'm like, where did we get that really good salad? I remember asking my aunt this last year. I was like, yo, where did we get that really good salad? And we were on this little patio, and we were sitting there, could not remember where I was talking about. It ended up being Ruggles Green. It doesn't exist anymore. I think only Ruggles Black exists. I don't know. If you're from Houston, tell me. But oh, the salad I got from there, oh, my mouth's just water thinking about it. Anyway, that would have been in handy to have that. And then when it comes to coffee journals, maybe you start making coffee at home, or maybe you start deciding, I want to go on like a coffee tour. Like, me and my aunt always talk about doing that. Just going around and trying all these different coffees, seeing how we feel about them, documenting how we feel about it, how we liked it, where we are, what time, how it made me feel. You know, sometimes food can really invoke something in you. Food that you eat at home, that your parents made you, your grandparents made you, I don't know. This one is really fun because it can be a review, or it doesn't have to be a review. Maybe it's just you talking about your love for spaghetti. I don't know. Sky's limit. Okay, and finally number 10 or 11. I think it's 10. I think it's 10 if I don't count traditional journaling, but I wanted to count traditional journaling just so nobody would yell at me. And that is a gratitude journal. So a gratitude journal is a place to write down everything you feel thankful for having, which can include absolutely anything. I love this one because it keeps you very grateful for truly anything there is under the sun. You don't have to really focus on all the bad. Sometimes it's great to just focus on the little things, which is why I kind of have a gratitude journal in my little things journal. But I love this one. I think it's really great for you to stay thankful, stay grateful for the life you have, because living is so amazing even when it's not. So I love this one as well. So that is 10 types of journals you can do. There are so many other types of journals out there. I actually, when I was compiling this list, I wanted to compile more that I really knew a lot about and that I have tried out, or I know people who've tried, rather than me just giving you guys information about things that I haven't tried and I don't know if I'd even like endorse. Not to say there's anything I wouldn't endorse, I don't think. I don't know. Tough to say. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it helpful, and hope you can come back and use this as informational. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But if you enjoyed, give the video a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on my post notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post. Even though I hate the little notification bell, I don't do that. I think it's very annoying, and I'll be sitting in my room being calm and chill, and my phone starts vibrating because they're just like, yes, it premieres in 30 minutes. And I'm just like, I don't care. But if you want to, if you don't mind it, do it. But anyway, I have a whole how to start journaling series that you will be able to see here. I don't know. Future editing me knows, but it's one of these places you'll be able to see my playlist for how to start journaling, or I don't know what I called it. It's something like that. It's how to start journaling, I believe. I don't know. Or journaling for dummies. That's not very nice. Anyway, before I keep talking, until next time, peace out, Girl Scouts.
Alexa, stop the timer. For how long? Stop the timer. What?